Good afternoon to you at home, to James Savundra, Dan Bardell and Dave Reed. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta wouldn't be drawn on the length of time Gabriel Jesus could be out for. The forward suffered a suspected ACL injury in the FA Cup defeat to Manchester United on Sunday.
Yeah, we know more now and it's not looking good at all. But we need to review one more specialist, so probably we'll have the total information this afternoon. I don't want to confirm anything again till we have the final report this afternoon, and I think it's the doctor's job to do that. But yeah, we were very worried straight away after the game, and we are very worried today.
So I don't want to be a pessimist, but there's a chance it could be a season-ending injury.
Well, again, let's wait here this afternoon.
Obviously, with this injury to Jesus, potentially quite serious, does that change your thinking about the transfer window?
We are actively looking in the market to improve the squad, and that's been since day one. We will be naive not to do that, because it's an opportunity always to evolve the team, to improve the squad, and especially with the circumstances that we have. So yes, we are looking and we are trying, and let's see what we are able to do.
Mikel Arteta talking there. Dan, I'm going to start with you. Suspected ACL injury. We know players likely to miss large periods of time. How big of a blow is this, not just for Gabriel Jesus, but for Arsenal as well?
Yeah, obviously, first off, for the player, it's bad news. Just when he's started to get back into some form, he's been in the goals recently, got himself back in the team, and now just as he'll feel he's got himself going, potentially his season's over. So sad news for the player. From an Arsenal perspective, it feels pretty big to me. It feels like something that might end up shaping their January, because whereas before maybe they were just looking for opportunities like they have done previously in Januaries with Jorginho and Trossard, for example, a few Januaries ago, it now feels like they might need to move away from opportunistic signings, and that this is now a necessity. This is something that they have to do, because there's no doubt with injuries, and maybe even without the injuries, they're short in the forward positions. They've only got Havertz in the squad that can play centre forward. They've let players go in the summer that can play in that position. It feels now that, they've got 2 weeks here. It's not a case of, if something comes up, that they need something to come up now, Arsenal, because they are short. And if they want to maintain the challenges on all fronts, the Champions League, the Premier League, possibly still the Carabao Cup, if they can turn the second leg around, they're going to need another forward option, because there's a long way to go yet in this season.
Yeah, so Jesus out for a while. Dave, how Arsenal fans would love for one of these players to be still at the club.
I know. Arsenal have had some iconic forwards down the years, and we wanted to pick out a few of them for you this afternoon. All of these players you see here have won major honours at the club, and all brought something a little bit different as well to the Arsenal teams that they played in. We've got, deep-lying forwards here. We've got creative players. We've got penalty box strikers. We've got off-the-shoulder players. We've got physicality as well amongst the players on the video wall here. Front-line pace. Most of all, though, for Arsenal supporters, they loved the lethal finishing that these players brought to the Arsenal front line. So what about the options Mikel Arteta has at his disposal now? Well, Gabriel Jesus has suffered that serious knee injury. We expect full confirmation of that this afternoon. And Bukayo Saka is out until at least March, we think. It leaves Arsenal with Kai Havertz, Raheem Sterling, Gabriel Martinelli and Leandro Trossard as the forward options for the manager.
Yeah, James, they let go. Dan sort of vaguely mentioned it earlier. They let go of attacking players in the summer. I know hindsight's a wonderful thing, and they would never have known that Saka was going to be out for a long time, and this was going to happen to Jesus.